Ready?
Welcome back to the BKS show, round one of the playoffs recap show. We just broke down what happened against Seed and Special Children's Center in week one. And as we all know, Special Children's Center with the sweep over Seed advanced to the next round. And we're waiting to see who their playoff opponent is going to be coming up in the show. But we also have to break down here Sephardic Food Fund versus Mitzvah Men. Last week we had Decan on the show from Sephardic Food Fund, and he picked you guys for the first round matchup. You guys seemed very excited after the regular season, having swept them, and Ray was very confident after his text message last week. You guys seemed very happy that that's who you got chosen for the first round, and unfortunately, things didn't turn out your way.
It started out our way.
Right.
Jackie Shweki started the game. He pitched unbelievable.
Which, from what I said on a couple of interviews, very questionable to have Jackie Shweki start.
Yes.
But you guys definitely, you stayed with what you wanted.
What position does Pete play when he doesn't?
Pete went to short center.
And
we actually turned 3 double plays in the first 3 innings.
Wow.
5 double plays on the day in that
5
game.
on the day.
It's questionable to start Jackie Shweki in a playoff game in a must-win win when you're up 1-0. But you know what? You got to give Ray a lot of credit for sticking to what he is. And Jackie pitched a gem. He went. They won the game 2-0. Shutout. They turned 5 double plays in the game.
That's amazing.
You can't ask more from Jackie. You can't ask more. So Jackie, we tip our hats to you.
Right.
And congratulations.
And where does Ralph play?
So in the 4th inning, Ralph Cohn hit a 2-run bomb to give us that 2-0 lead. I'm looking at the book here. We had 3 hits in the entire game. 2 singles by Rudy and a 2-run homer by Ralph.
And you won 2-0.
That was it. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Elbaz, he pitched a great game, and he looked great, and thank God Shweki kept them intact.
Right.
Those double plays saved us a lot of innings. And
so maybe it just wasn't Shweki, maybe it was the defense. Maybe you should give a little more credit to your defense.
Our defense played great. We played a great game, and we really...
It was more...
Ralph play?
Sure. Ralph played short and played great short.
Fantastic.
Rudy play second?
Yeah.
Fantastic. The defense on the team was fantastic. Jackie pitched fantastic. It was really a pitching duel. Neither team was able to break the other, and Ralph broke it out, and like you said, in the 4th inning with a 2-run homer, and that was the only runs of the game.
Like
so you know what?
Sounds like an exciting game.
And it was very exciting for the Mitzvah Men because they were up. Now the series is tied 1-1. Zool is back against the wall with Eddie Elbaz pitching. They were a little, flustered that they didn't get the win right away, but you guys put Jackie Shweki back on the hill.
Put Shweki on the hill.
You think that was a smart move?
It was debated.
The question is, how could you have not put him back on after he's given up no runs?
Right.
So that's...
I probably would have made the same decision.
Right.
So that's where they went with it. It's not like he was getting hit and they won the game.
Right,
he pitched the shutout and he wasn't... They weren't hitting him.
Okay.
So you got to go with him. And I would have went with the same.
Right. The debate really, as the game went along, went to take him out when we thought he lost gas. And they started off, they loaded the bases, and Zool...
In the first inning.
In the first inning, for the first time, A.B. Patesh was hurt. He took him out of the lineup.
You got to give a lot of props to A.B. Patesh playing with the torn hamstring where the guy could barely move. And he wouldn't take himself out of the lineup, wouldn't take himself as bad out of the game. He made some nice plays at third. I don't think you guys tested him enough at third base.
You saying he should have bunted more?
Yeah, you should have put the ball his way a little bit, make him work a little bit more, but he fought through the whole way. So we got to give a fighter.
He's definitely a
lot of props to him.
And I give props.
Well, you know what? He's a Patesh.
I give props.
Not related though.
No.
Right, exactly.
I give props to
Well, you're
Zool
one half Patesh.
for actually moving AB out of the lineup and putting Eddie Elbaz in that crucial 6th spot. I mean, Eddie Elbaz has always been a great hitter.
Elbaz can hit.
Yeah, and I mean, he looks to walk every time, and you think he can't hit, but he knows what he's doing. So on that top of the first inning, came up, bases loaded, 2 outs, and he hit a line drive single, brought in 2 runs.
Wow, bases loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that was.
He helped his own cause right there.
Right. And then the 3rd inning, he came up again in the crucial spot and a line drive hit again to put him up 3-0. And we just cannot hit Eddie today.
We also had Jaime Tallow also had 2 RBIs.
Right after Eddie in the 3rd inning, Jaime hit a 2-run double.
5-0, and you guys look a little depleted at that point, but you have to also give
Pop up after pop up. It was
Nothing going after that until
Sixth inning, we got two runners on with 2 outs. Billy Mizrahi hit a nice shot. He's going to be a good player in this league. He's played an unbelievable center field, and he has a lot of speed, and his swing's coming around. He hit a nice shot down the right field line. He's 22, 23.
Yeah, there's about 2, 3, 4 players that are going to be major players in this league in the next years. I have to give also kudo to my shortstop, A.B. Franco. He's going to be one of those. He's only 17.
You get it. Your whole team gets kudos. You
can't wait to play on Lewis's team next year. They'll just call me out.
So now Billy hits a 3-run homer. It's 5-3.
Now it's interesting. 5-3 in the 6th.
Okay.
Right.
And now we're talking. They get out of the 6th, 5-3. Now the bottom of the lineup comes, and the only thing that Ralph Cohen, MVP candidate Ralph Cohen, was saying was, "Get me up, just get me up."
Right.
And
we have the 8, 9, 10 coming up.
8, 9, 10, and Ralph is hitting in the 2. So he needed 8, 9, 10, 1, 2 to get up to Ralph.
And why did you put Ralph in the number 2 slot the whole year? You wanted to get your best bats.
We wanted 3, 4 for Ralph and Pete. In the past we put Ralph 2, but Rudy has been hitting very well, and DC was there, so we went DC, Rudy, then Ralph. And the first guy made out, then the next 2 guys, I'm telling you, you would not believe it if you didn't see it. Eddie Elbaz walked in number 9 and number 10 batters.
Killer.
Up 2 runs.
Killer.
In the last inning. I could not believe, he could not find the plate.
DC grouped in a single, so there was...
So now his bases loaded, 1 out. For Steven, Rudy, and Ralph, our 2 best hitters of this season.
You're looking good.
Right.
We thought we were looking good.
Line drive to left, fly ball to left, not a line drive. With a runner on third. The runner on third didn't take up.
He didn't want to take a chance.
He didn't want to take a chance, double play, this and that. And the top of the 7th.
Yeah, his run doesn't mean anything.
His run doesn't mean anything, but they were saying on the bench, maybe if they forced a throw, maybe something could have happened.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have thrown home.
I don't think so.
They would have thrown third.
Right.
Exactly.
So the only thing that mattered was a point spread with that.
Right.
And then you had Ralph coming
up. Which is good, because I had 1.5.
Right. So, and then you had Ralph coming up with the bases loaded.
Right. I'd be sweet.
2 outs.
Ralph, I told you at the beginning of the year, he's the most feared hitter. He's not, Gaddy might be the best hitter, but Ralph is a feared hitter. And I'd be scared if I was the defensive team.
And it was a 2-2 count, and he hit a hard, it was a ground ball to the shortstop. Easy play, flipped the ball to third base, game over, season over.
Wow, that's tough.
Just that quick, but
congratulations to
Zool and Seed.
Zool and the boys.
And they made the right prediction as a Fodder Food Fund, and they made the right choice picking you guys.
I guess so.
So I think next we have on our show is the guys coming in from Kupat Ha'ir to make their selection
To find out who they want to
and to find out who they want to play in the semis. So the final 4 teams that we have left is Kupat Ha'ir with A.B. Cohen, Special Children's Center with Ike Mala and you. We have Zool and Eddie Elbaz, and we have Lev Aharon with us with Jeff Bindi and Ralph Hannon pitching. So let's see who those guys pick.
Yeah.
And
Should be interesting.
We'll be right back at you.
Very good.
Okay, so we